Morning guys, so today should be quite fun. We're going to travel about 3 hours away to go and film with Matt Does Fitness. I'm just knocking up a little protein shake that Joe's trying to eat. I've got a little bit of creatine in there as well, just to kind of have when I'm there at some point throughout the day. I'm going to go and pick Leon up now. We're going to go and get some food on the way because we've got like a 3-hour drive and neither of us are food prepped.
So I'm behind the wheel because John is behind the wheel. And have you?
Can we both be behind the wheel?
Well, you know what I mean. This wheel is my wheel.
Oh, okay.
That wheel is your wheel.
You've also got the sat nav, so I have no idea where we're going.
So John has no clue. Have you told everyone where we're going?
Yeah, we're going to film with Matt Does Fitness today.
We're going to film with Matt Does Fitness today, and he sent us a message saying, "Oh, as it's a wonderful day, why don't we all go swimming in the sea as well?" To which we replied, a swift,
"Go fuck yourself."
No. So we've just stopped, grabbed ourselves.
It is October in England right now.
Yeah, I know, and it's freezing. It's just not happening, Matt. So if you're watching this, sorry, but we're turning you down. Look at the state of my hand on other news. This happened last night, doing our crazy 30-minute EMOM, which was amazing. But now I'm doused in Sudocreme and in a hell of a lot of pain.
You might want to let it dry out, actually. On that note, or on a slightly different note,
Go on.
You might have saw on Instagram that we met the cast of Doctor Strange the other day. So Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, and Mads Mikkelsen.
Wow, how did you remember that?
It's bloody awesome. And I was just daydreaming, thinking about where all the Infinity Stones are. So I'm not going to say any more than that, but you should definitely watch the new Doctor Strange. And there is 2 trailers at the end of it. Anyone that watches the Marvel films, just stay for the trailers. There's 2 at the end credits, sorry. One's a bit more interesting than the other, but it is very good. It's a slightly different take on the other Marvel films, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool, and we're actually speaking to
3D.
Yes, out of all the 3D movies I've ever watched, it was the most incredible experience for a 3D. So I've actually said to my missus that I'm going to go and take her so I can watch it again, just because I thought it was that good. Because to be honest, before this one, I had never really heard of Doctor Strange. So I'm kind of like a closet Marvel fan who only ever really
I explain a lot of Marvel to you. I'm a proper Marvel nerd. I watch like Comics Explained on YouTube. It's really good. It explains it all to you. And my theory with Doctor Strange was all the Marvel stuff's been a little bit PG. Like, there's not much storyline, it's just beat the hell out of everyone. And the problem I think they're going to have is if sooner or later they don't kill someone off, people are going to be like, oh, they're just going to win every time, it's getting boring. Well, I won't say what happens in Infinity Wars, and I don't know if they'll do the same as the comics, but in Doctor Strange, it's a little bit more of a cross between maybe Inception, Batman Begins, the one with Christian Bale and Liam Neeson, and the more Marvel stuff. So there's a slightly bit more of a storyline, not masses, and there's a little bit more going on with the visual effects other than just beating everyone up.
Yeah. And I'm going to have to go because my shoulder hurts so much.
Well, you did do 5 sets of 15 handstand push-ups yesterday.
Yeah, we've got crazy DOMs. So we will catch up with you when we get to where? Kent?
That way.
Kentish town. Well, that was a long drive, and we've just arrived. We're pretty much in Dover, and we are here at High Rep Gym, which, blinking, you'll miss it. We nearly missed it like 6 times. Let's go, 7. Let's go and check what's going on. So we have discovered Matt and his abnormally huge physique, and these 2 guys are going to train today. I'm not going to do too much because obviously you can see the state of my hand, so I'm going to be filming bits and pieces. You're doing some deadlifts, right?
Look what I've got.
Oh, you've got a Duff Vest. I didn't even know he got it for you. That's annoying. So are you 2 doing deadlifts? Yeah, okay, cool. So I'll put all the links to Matt's channel downstairs. You can go and check it out. Does a lot of vlog style stuff and basically lifts a few weights every now and again.
Eats a lot as well.
Eats a lot of food. So, yeah, let's get involved with some deadlifts. So as you just heard from John, it's moving up to 200 now. This is where 220, sorry. So now we've gone up to the big boy numbers. I'm going to actually start lifting now. But the only problem is I can only go one-handed. So I'll probably only go to about 260 today, 270.
I'm an intelligent guy, I should be able to work this out.
Mate, I mean the evidence right now is...
Pull back, pull forward, pop up. Come on, come on.
You're drawing us at a tense time. John wants to celebrate his
right in.
180 lift. But he's trapped in a glass case of emotion.
In about a minute, panic will set in.
No, I've
Got it.
Oh,
Don't know how I
there
did it.
There we go.
What did I do?
It's like a Rubik's cube.
It's not safe, it's safe, it's safe.
It's not the biggest rep range you've
John
ever seen,
said,
is it?
and I quote, there is no one out there that can
That's exactly
do
what
the
I
hand
said.
raise further than I can.
And make it look this second. Look at that. That's so far.
It's like
Like
Titanic.
Titanic. Yeah. That's
So what are you doing now?
trying to activate my VMO. So half of my issues with weak hamstrings and stuff was I basically had a glute that didn't fire, and that just spread around my body. So I have a VMO on this side that's really undeveloped compared to this side, and I have weak hamstrings. So fix all them, and hopefully you fix my knee problem. That's the plan anyway. So see you in about 7 hours after I finish this set. So Matt's talking about going in the sea in October in England.
Naked.
Turn that camera sideways. That's what it would be like. That's what my genitals would be like if I went in the sea. That's scrotum and that's an acorn. That's what it would be like.
That is the kind of mental image that I...
That is exactly what would happen if you went in the sea in October in England. Actually, it would probably be that.
So chances of it happening?
Well, I can't anyway because I had laser eye surgery.
Oh.
You can though.
Goggles.
I can't because
Strong goggles.
honestly you can't because if you put goggles, you put pressure on your eyes, and if you put goggles on your eyes, it takes the pressure off and you can flick the flaps off. True story.
So we're finishing the gym. Oh god, that was a hard session. I'm absolutely wasted after that.
I don't know how you made it through, mate.
I know. So we were just saying, obviously we got there, walked into the gym, and then 5 minutes later, John straight into banging up like you're on like 100 kilo deadlifts. within, like,
I
5
hear you what, let's drive for 3.5 hours and go, do you know what? Yeah, I'll join in your deadlifts. And considering I haven't deadlifted for 6 weeks, I still pulled 180 for one. Granted, it did take 3 attempts, and I do not want to look back at my technique. But you know what
it
it's like.
still went where it needed to go.
Yeah, and my spine stayed where it needs to be.
Yeah. So now we're following Matt at the moment. We're going to go, you know what, we're down by the coast. That means one thing, fish and chips.
Because we are training a lot.
We are training a hell of a lot. So we're like, you know what, we can do it and it's not going to affect us. So we are en route to get some chippies.
We're on the routes to Gainsborough.
Gainsborough.
Fish and chips. I want a medium chip from there. I want battered sausage and a Sprite. Alright. You're going large, aren't you?
I'm going large, and I'm also, I mean, this is a new thing in like the health world. Thin, all natural colours, preservatives. I mean, if the drink is that colour, fluorescent red, you know it's going to be good. So
It's obviously good for you.
yeah,
Clearly.
100%.
We're actually going to talk to you in a minute about eating copious amounts of food, because I obviously struggle eating a huge amount of food if I want to gain weight, to the fact that it makes me hate food and I don't want to do it. Matt has a similar thing, but on a much bigger scale, like 6,000 calories a day.
Like two lovers walking into the sunset. Is it a bromance? I don't know. But we're going on the beach.
That was nice that I jumped down there. My knee didn't feel like it was going to fall off. But we're going to have our fish and chips. Matt, what beach is this? What beach is this? Hyde. Hythe Beach, which is pretty damn pretty, right? I've got a big portion of chips. It's getting in my belly. So I finished my fish and chips about 10 minutes ago. The boys are still eating. Me and Matt were having an interesting conversation earlier because we are both what you call macronators. We eat a ridiculous amount of food because our metabolisms are really inefficient. And a lot of people we were chatting about, they say to us, oh, you're so lucky you get to eat all this food. And actually it's not that much fun, especially if you want to build muscle. From my point of view, I have to eat 4,500 calories a day to roughly gain half a pound a week. And at that point, I have a relationship with food where I hate it. I like eating veg, I like eating healthy. When you're scrambling that much to get food in, kind of veg goes out the window because you're wasting kind of stomach room on empty calories. And Matt's quite the same, but even bigger. Because he's obviously a bigger dude, you're eating, what do you have to eat?
So for me to bulk, I need to consume like 6,000 calories a day.
How's that work out for you?
And even then, it's like a very, very steady bulk. So I've done 6,000 calories a day for about 3 months and gained maybe like 1-2 kilograms in that whole time, which is pretty demoralising, to be fair.
And it's the relationship you have with food. It's like you feel sick constantly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I have quite a lot of empathy, and so does Matt, for people that are skinny and find it hard to put on muscle. The fact is, yes, you do just have to get that food in. There's things you can do, like you can use fat. It's obviously the most calorific of the calories, the macronutrients, 9 grams per calorie. So Matt was talking about putting coconut oil in his shakes earlier. You can stick avocados in there, even though it's more expensive. Get friendly with peanut butter, he's a good one, there's loads of calories in him. And just find ways of getting calories in without loads of kind of volume. So like,
calories.
Exactly, yeah.
Liquid calories is the one for sure. Milkshakes, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely, obviously health is most important, but when it gets to a point of putting calories in, you are probably going to end up sacrificing things like broccoli to a certain extent because they just take up too much stomach room. And rice, trying to eat copious amounts of rice that just swells up in your stomach, it's a nightmare. So I started using things like rice pudding with whey in it post-workout instead of having a shake, because you then get probably, I don't know, getting on for 500 calories out of a tin of rice pudding. You're the other side of the field, aren't you, Leon? How's life feel for you with food?
Put it this way, I've just eaten a portion of chips, sausage and chips, and I'm probably about a stone heavier already. Yeah, if I ate 3,000 calories a day consistently for a month, I'd easily be a kilo or two heavier. I just put on weight so quickly, but then that's when it sucks in terms of having abs. Like for me, we were saying earlier, I've been training relatively, well, I say really hard actually, and I've been relatively strict with my food apart from today. And I've been, for 6 weeks now, my abs have only just started to actually make an appearance. So for me, it's the complete opposite. So I'm put on weight really quickly. But to be lean, it's a full-time job.
And Matt, obviously you're powerlifting, so weight is quite important to you. Tell some people about yourself.
Okay, so I'm a powerlifter. Been powerlifting for like 2 years. I used to do long jump and triple jump, which is pretty obscure. I injured my back and I've crossed over to powerlifting, and I'm loving life. I like it because it's very objective. You know, obviously bodybuilding, you can train really, really hard, but ultimately it comes down to someone's opinion. They can say, oh, I prefer him to you, and there's no objective criteria, you know, whereas powerlifting, you lift it or you don't. It's just numbers, and I'm quite weird in OCD. I like counting and tracking things, so powerlifting for me works really well because you are just lifting numbers and you are trying to beat stuff, and that is what kind of drives me all the time. And we did some deadlifts today. I think we said in the car, Matt was deadlifting 220 like it was 60 kilos to me. Like, he's obviously a very strong dude. We all know that my hamstrings are pitiful, and we were talking about the sumo deadlift, weren't we, today, and about using that to get the hamstrings working a bit more, and you can keep a straighter back, more upright. So it's something that I certainly need to work on a bit more. I use sumo good mornings for some hamstring work, but I think you just got to take your pride out the equation. Like one rep max for deadlifts for me, maybe 185 at the moment on a deadlift. Sumo deadlift for 1 rep, probably 150. So you're going to skim it right down and just kind of build it back up again. But you're going to start reinforcing movement patterns, getting the muscles that are weak to work. And ultimately, if you choose to cross back to your other deadlift with hamstrings that actually do something, you're going to be in a much better place. Definitely, well said.
So it's time to leave. Matt's been a lovely host. We went and got fish and chips, which everyone loves. Did a little bit of deadlifts. Obviously Leon's hands busted up, so he didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything, really, but I filmed some wonderful content.
He did. It's been a bit short but sweet today because I've got to go and view a house. Hopefully I'm going to get a mortgage, and me and Rose can get a house. So we're going to come back and we're going to film with Matt soon, and we'll get some kind of content showing his kind of strengths, and he can teach you guys some stuff.
Because his 220 kilo deadlift today was not a strength, really.
No, it was
much
a
more
bit ropey.
Much more of a jelly wrestler. I think that's probably where we're go towards.
Jelly wrestling, hot dog eating.
That's my forte, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that.
But you did use a triple jump and long jump.
I did actually, I mean, that's quite similar. I can see the link there.
I feel like you probably haven't got as much ups in you now as you used to.
I can confirm that my jumping will be horrendous right now because I'm about 4 stone heavier than I was when I was jumping.